This is a tale of a cursed diamond, stolen from its sacred origins and known as the Hope Diamond. While undeniably beautiful and of extraordinary brilliance, this gem is said to bring immense misfortune to its owners. In 1642, a French merchant named Jean-Baptiste Tavernier acquired a deep blue diamond of Indian origin. The seller candidly admitted that the diamond had been stolen from a revered Hindu temple in Golconda and had adorned the statue of the goddess Sita. Undeterred, Tavernier sold the diamond to King Louis XIV, swayed by the desire of the Queen to possess it. Shortly after the diamond changed hands and Tavernier returned to India, the diamond seller was found dead in a gruesome manner, mauled by a pack of wild dogs. King Louis XIV greatly admired the diamond and incorporated it into the royal collection, christening it the Blue Diamond of the Crown. Upon the ascension of King Louis XVI, the blue diamond was given as a personal gift to his wife, Marie Antoinette. As history records, both monarchs met their demise by guillotine during the French Revolution of 1789. Amidst the chaos, the blue diamond was stolen. Fast forward to the 1800s, and the blue diamond resurfaced in Spain, becoming the property of Queen Maria Luisa. The Queen commissioned a Dutch jewelry expert, Wilhelm Fals, to drastically alter its shape. Influenced by unknown factors, her son, Hendrik, stole the jewel. Fearing punishment, Wilhelm Fals passed away before he could face justice. Meanwhile, Hendrik was found dead, having taken his own life. 13 years later, the blue diamond was acquired by a wealthy businessman, Henry Philip Hope. From that point onward, the Indian gem became more commonly known as the Hope Diamond. The Hope family's fate was no different from its previous owners. Almost all family members suddenly became addicted to high-stakes gambling. Gradually, they went bankrupt, and the subsequent 2 generations lived in poverty. Lord Francis Hope, the grandson of Henry Philip Hope, eventually petitioned the court to sell the Hope Diamond as their last remaining asset. The petition was granted in 1901, precisely when the Hope family was on the brink of starvation and had lost all their possessions. For 9 years after leaving the Hope family, the Hope Diamond continued to bring misfortune to its new owners. Lorenz Ledoux, a renowned actor, conspired to steal the diamond from Ivan Kanatovsky, a Russian prince. Upon discovering the thief's identity, Kanatovsky shot Ledoux dead while he was performing on stage. Kanatovsky himself was later massacred by Russian revolutionaries. Shortly afterward, Simon Monturides, a Greek businessman who subsequently owned the diamond, also perished along with his family after the car he was driving plunged into a ravine. The valuable gem was then purchased by a jewelry expert named Simon Frankel and sold to his American associate, Pierre Cartier. Pierre Cartier in turn sold the Hope Diamond to Evelyn Walsh McLean, a wealthy socialite from Washington. Despite knowing the negative rumors about the Hope Diamond, the socialite believed she could turn the bad luck into good fortune. However, she was unable to escape the gem's negative influence. Her son died in a car accident, her daughter died of an overdose, and her husband left her to marry another woman. Evelyn Walsh McLean's life ultimately ended in a mental institution where she died of pneumonia. Interestingly, before her mental state deteriorated, Evelyn Walsh McLean had made a will to bequeath the jewel to her youngest grandchild when they turned 25. In 1949, the Hope Diamond was purchased from a New York jewelry store by a jewelry magnate named Harry Winston. Initially, he did not believe in the myth of bad luck associated with the Hope Diamond's owners. However, his belief began to waver after a series of strange incidents befell his family. Eventually, he decided to donate the diamond to the Smithsonian Institution in 1958. Ironically, a few years after the donation, Harry Winston, who had always been skeptical of superstitions, suffered a sudden heart attack and passed away. The transfer of the Hope Diamond to the Smithsonian Institution was also marked by tragic events. James Todd, the person tasked with delivering the diamond, was involved in an accident that resulted in severe injuries to his legs and head. His wife also died of a heart attack triggered by a shocking event. To make matters worse, James Todd's house was completely destroyed by a fire, leaving him to live in suffering and relying on government assistance. May Yohe, an actress and former wife of Lord Francis Hope, claimed to have conducted in-depth research on the Hope Diamond. She even attempted to create a 15-episode television series about the diamond. Unfortunately, her endeavor ended in failure and bankruptcy. Many people doubt the existence of the Hope Diamond curse and consider it a mere myth created to enhance the gem's popularity. They argue that the bad luck experienced by previous owners is not causally linked to the Hope Diamond. Preliminary research suggests that sensational news about the Hope Diamond curse first appeared in a New Zealand newspaper in 1888. However, this article is believed to be a further development of myths that had existed since the Victorian era.